Hello everyone, a very happy new year. So recently we bought a car. So I just want to share my decision making, how I came to this conclusion that what car I need to take, right? So I'll just talk about that and we'll just show you which car did you get and how was it, okay? Which car we should take. Now first let's start with what all information that we have at this point of time. So this car is for my wife and my wife currently drives Tesla Model 3. So she loves the instant torque of the electric motor, right? Tesla Model 3, amazing torque. You start and just you punch on the accelerator, it flies away, right? Second thing, it's a small sedan, right? And she loves the way it handles. It's very nimble, very quick. And the feature that Tesla is famous for, the full self-driving, even if we had it for a couple of months, she never touched it. So I know it's a useless feature for her at least. She didn't like low driving because it's a sedan. She always liked to drive the SUV. So I was like, okay, let's see what can we do. And one more thing that she often complains that whenever we go to pick up our kid or she goes to drop the kid in the daycare, so it's a very difficult to take the kid out of the car seat and all because of the sedan and all. So, like logically speaking, we already have a Lexus 350. It's a regular SUV, so we should have a second sedan, right? And that is why we got the Model 3 earlier. But seeing all this stuff, I figured out that this time it has to be SUV. Now, this is a daily drive for her, right? And she goes to office in downtown. Now, downtown is a place where you need a compact car so that you can maneuver very easily, right? And again, like these are the two uh, main focus on the daily driving to downtown and like kids pick up and drop. So if you see, what we figured out that it has to be a small dimension car, safety features should be good, it should be nimble, convenient features, torque, right? That's an important thing, and fun to drive because she's driving a car which is already a fun car. Now we should not downgrade her. So what I came up with these three options. Now, because we're talking about a compact and SUV, so I could think of these three, like Audi Q3, BMW X1, and Merc GLA. I was thinking of GLC as well, but okay, these are the shortlist thing. So from a personal, like because this decision was solely on me, she entrusted me with this decision because when it comes to car, she just says that okay, you would know better than me what I would need, right? So I said okay, perfectly fine. So personally, I don't like Audi as such, so I went ahead and like thought okay, these are the two that I would shortlist, X1 and GLA. So the decision was let's go and do a test drive. So when Mona loved, like drove the X1 first. So what we did, we went to BMW showroom and I had an idea of either a X2 or X1 because you know both of them are built on the same chassis, same engine. But because X2 was little coupe type, so I liked X2 a little bit more. So she drove X2 first, but when she drove X1, she just loved it. The handling and the way it was like she was sitting tall and she had the control and she never realized that she's driving a new car. So yeah, that's the thing. So these are the numbers, right? It has a 241 horsepower. Being a small car with 241 horsepower is amazing. 295 torque, and then the feature that she was looking for was 360-degree camera and a blind side monitoring, which was there, and then advanced ADAS. So all in all, we knew that what we are going into and what we needed, right? So we decided that we got the winner as BMW X1. So that's how we got to this conclusion that how what we're gonna get. Now let's see how the car is. classic BMW grille. The side profiles are not so boxy, but it looks like a decent SUV. Let me take you to the back. The back profile is also, it's not like a coupe, so we were thinking of getting either a X1 or X2, but as I was telling you, this would be a daily drive for my wife, and she liked this one better. But if you ask me, I like the X2, the coupe kind of thing better, but as like, you know, yeah, it's her decision. So this has a very nice diamond cut alloy wheels. So let me take you to the back seat. So it has decent headroom. I'll show you. Let me sit, and leg room as well. So I'm 5'8" and I have a lot of leg space over here. And if you talk about the headroom, yeah, there's a lot of headroom over there as well. So there is AC vents in the back and two USB-C type charging ports. So there is a hump in the middle, so that would make it difficult for 3 passengers to sit in the back. Anyways, it's a smaller car, so you won't expect a huge space and 3 passengers sitting together. Now this middle portion comes down with a comfortable armrest and 2 cup holders. It's better this way. Now let me take you to the driver's seat. So you will be welcomed with the BMW logo, and the steering feels really nice. And this is the integrated digital cluster. So there are 2 digital clusters which are kind of joined together, and this has all the normal CarPlay stuff. If I talk about this particular part of the screen where it will show all the information for the drivers, you can control the content of this particular screen over here. If you think of this way, you have 3 places where you can see the maps. One here, one in the heads-up display where it's showing speed 0 and the speed limit, and one here. So I think I really like this thing, that while driving you don't have to move your head to the screen to see which turn you have to take and all. You can just see it on the heads-up display. If not there, you can just see it on your instrument cluster. So this is the place where you put your phone for wireless charging. So I feel this particular slanted thing is little, I don't know, inconvenient, because my wife keeps complaining that whenever she puts her phone there, it gets dislodged from here and then the charging stops. So that is one thing that I guess definitely it could have been in a better place. There are 2 cup holders. There's a space here inside this, so this thing also opens, but it's a very small box. So it has a small glove box here. Again, I would say decent size to hold all your papers. That's a perfume. Both the shades has mirror. Okay, speaking about the shortcomings of this car, The first thing that I really expect that should be standard from all these BMW and Mercedes is a cruise control which is adaptive. Now this car does have a cruise control, but it's not adaptive. But in this day and age, you always expect to have a adaptive cruise control. Now space wise, I don't have any complaint. I guess it has decent space. Now talking about the boot, I'm not sure what is the capacity of it, but it's a decent boot size. So like if your main purpose is to drop your kid and go to office, and now and then if you have to get some groceries, then it would suffice. And you can see the seats fold 40-60, so that is also there. There is a tray that is very handy. It closes by the press of a button. So yes, there you go. So let's talk about the driving dynamics. We'll start the car. So if you see here, cameraman, my new cameraman can show it over here. Yeah. So this has like very clean buttons. This is for the gear change. I just put it in the drive. And if you see the steering, it's very comfortable to hold. It gives you a confidence, and the drive is really peppy. You know, it has a lot of character to it. And when I'm driving, it feels very nimble. And yes, the torque is really good. So even if we are driving in our community, the speed shouldn't be very high, but you can tell by how it is moving so quickly from one point to another. It's very talky to speak. There are quite a few features that kind of now BMW has made standard. The first thing is the blind side monitoring is now standard. Now this particular car, because this is a daily drive for my wife who is behind the camera, so what she mentioned that she wanted to have a 360-degree camera. Now to have that 360-degree camera, we need to have a technology package. Now that package includes quite a few things. One, this heads-up display, which is really convenient if you are driving and you don't want to have your head away from the screen. It gives you the basic information as well as the map detection. Second thing, it has with the technology package, it comes the lane assist and all those ADAS features. About the sound system, it has a Harman Kardon sound system, but that is not tied to the technology package. It has a different package which was already included to this particular car. It does have a character. It drives really smoothly, and if you hear the sound, the insulation is pretty good. The one thing that I can show you here is it has a huge moon roof, though it is one of the most overrated feature and not being used so frequently, but it's nice to have, right? It gives you a lot of light, and it makes this cabin looks really wide and big. So this is a smaller car, and then if you see the way it drives, it handles, it shows you that it's a smaller car. So you can be really, I mean, it's a very fun to drive car, I would say. From last few, like couple of weeks, I've been spinning it around, and I just love it, the way it handles. So it's not a regular SUV like the other one that we have, Lexus 350 AWD. Lexus had its own characteristics. It drives very smoothly when you are driving in a very high speed and all. But when you are going for a small errand, I guess this is the car that you should look for. A smaller car, and okay, so we have taken a spin. Insulation is pretty nice, I guess. The cabin is pretty silent, and there's a little bit of engine sound coming along, but that is kind of making it more interesting to hear because that sound is very aggressive, so to speak. But the car is not that much. And yes, I guess that's about the driving dynamics of this car. So this is the car that we already have, and so whenever we go for a long drive or we need more space, so we fall to this car, and this is my daily drive. And when my wife is not going to office, I try to drive this as well. So you can see it's not a huge garage that we have. So my idea was to have a car which can comfortably fit with the one that we already have.